I want to turn it over to Kevin Smith, who is the Vice President and Creative Director of BitSpace. And he's going to be introducing us to this idea of what we're calling a design jam, which we're going to have a lot of fun with on Thursday. So this is another one of those longer sessions. This will be Thursday, April 30th. That's this Thursday, 4:30 p.m. Central Time. So I do hope you'll join us for that. For a quick intro to that session, take it away, Kevin.
All right. Hey, everybody. Yep, I'm Kevin, and I am from BitSpace here in Chicago. And as Matt said, we're going to be walking through a quick design jam here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share my whole screen here and throw caution to the wind a little bit. So just real quick, can everybody see the design jam presentation? Just making sure that I'm up and running.
Yep.
Alrighty. Cool. So what we get to do at BitSpace is we get to explore all aspects of creativity and invention with kids. And it's not just about code, or it's not just about carpentry, but kind of how do we leverage creativity and find the right tool for the right job. And when we say design jam, we're kind of taking a riff off of the video game industry. It's something that people used to get together, still do, I guess, and try to design a game in 10 minutes, an hour, 24 hours, sometimes for charities and stuff like that. But you can think of it kind of like the hour of code for design thinking. It's just a warm-up. It's a way to kind of demystify the design thinking process and also get us to think about something that hopefully we already don't have any sort of like preconceived notions about. And you can do that with these idea generators. Today I'm going to be using the Ultimaker Design Engine Starter Pack. But there's other games such as mockups and extraordinaires that are meant for different age groups, different interests, and they're all just really exciting and really great ways to kind of loosen your mind up and kind of get to those incredible possibilities that you might not know exist. This slide here just kind of goes to show that like kids are already really good at this stuff. You know, their ideas are almost always better than my ideas. And what that lets us do is become stewards of creativity and stewards of their designs and use the tools we know best to help them realize their thoughts and their ideas. And you know, in no particular order, you know, if a camper wants to design a drone and, you know, not only learn how to fly it, but make one themselves so the parts are serviceable, sure, why not, right? There's a way to do that. If you are tired of all 17 of your existing phone cases, why not make your own? It has your own identity to it. Or in the case of the upper left image, if you're a fan of Back to the Future 2, why not try and start your own shoe apparel line inspired by, you know, the classic movie prop. All of these projects were conceived of by kids, and all we had to do was help jam that idea out into a reality. You know, and that's not to say that all ideas are good ideas, right? Sometimes an idea can be bad, but it's up to us. We get to kind of come to those conclusions on our own. And share those ideas no matter what in kind of a constructive and safe atmosphere that these design jams present. So I wanted to share an example really quickly of one that I had played myself just in preparation for today. And I got a green thumb that touches base on accessibility and seniors. Now, what you're seeing here is the idea generator interface. So the black part is kind of your prompt. And then there's some constraints here in blue that indicate requirements for this design. And then the yellow cards they're kind of like modeling exercises. So I had to remove a feature or concept from this design, which is kind of like low-hanging fruit there. It's really easy to value engineer a project, especially if time is a factor. So I'm just going to tab over here to this guy here. And I'm going to walk you through kind of like what kind of happened here. So my idea was, you know, some sort of like kind of raised planting bed for senior citizens. And with standing desks kind of being, you know, the popular thing that they are, I figured, well, why not just make standing planter beds, right? So I kind of came up with the concept of, I lovingly call pneumatic gardens. This idea that we can create these adjustable height leg, things. Maybe we take inspiration from, Herman Miller's like pneumatic pistons in their adjustable height chairs, add some weatherproofing, some stainless steel to it. and then kind of put it all together into, you know, this little raisable planting bed. Because why not, right? I mean, do I have to make this? No. But can I think of it as hard as I can and try to make it a good idea? Absolutely. And what do I learn along the way? Everything from critical thinking to, you know, we can just start to explore volume and mass. I mean, how much weight do these legs actually have to hold? Soil is a certain weight per cubic inch. We can start to really apply all kinds of aspects of education into something as goofy as a card game prompt until we get something that we like. So I'm just going to flip back over here. Whoops. Alt caps lock is not the same as Alt tab. Excellent. And I rendered it out because, you know, what's the fun of modeling if you don't get to have some sweet photorealistic renderings at the end? So I present to the world's first pneumatic gardens. So all of your gardening needs at any height you like, right? Is it a good idea? I don't know, but do I love it? And did I have a lot of fun kind of coming up with this idea? Absolutely. So I want to take it all over to anybody that's watching, anybody that's listening. I think now is the time for us to kind of take a crack at this ourselves. So what I would like to do is open up the chat here, and I'm going to paste a link to everybody in the audience. And what I would love for you guys to do is take a stab at the design engine, and in the Q&A, you know, click it a few times, right? If you don't like what you see, take a mulligan. It's totally fine. But I would like you guys to maybe add some context, add some value to the design prompt that you get. Is there something in your world that you want to change or address or create? And it's because we're working with 3D modeling software, and ultimately kind of that joy of 3D printing a prototype kind of rapidly and iteratively, we probably want to have a physical element to it. A lot of these idea jams can end up being a software platform or a new way of thinking. But in our case, let's just make it a tangible item. And what I'm going to do is, again, doubling down on caution to the wind. My email address is right here. I would like you guys to come up with ideas on your own. And if you can't think of one quick enough, feel free to email it to me. And what I would like to do during this period of time, and then when we recap at 1:10 p.m., is I'm going to do my best to design one of the ideas that comes through the channel. So it's really up to you. It's a little bit up to fate. I'm a little nervous, but I'm kind of excited about this opportunity to just jam out an idea as fast as I can just to see where it gets me. So if anybody has any questions about what I covered, kind of micro machine manning it here, just trying to catch up on some scheduling so you guys have plenty of time to ask all the panelists some questions. But that's all I wanted to share. And my hope is that all of you will share right back at me. So please hit me up in the Q&A or send me an email. I'm Kevin at bitspacechicago.com.
That's terrific. Thank you, Kevin. And I do hope the rest of you will join. Again, there's going to be a full-length session for this on Thursday, 4:30 p.m. Central. And as Kevin mentioned, he's going to be up again today at 1:10 p.m. also Central Time for a little bit of an overview of Autodesk Fusion 360, and maybe have an opportunity to take a look at any ideas that get submitted between now and then. So please do go ahead and email him there. His address is still on the screen there, Kevin at bitspacechicago.com, and that should be a lot of fun.